In a pivotal season for the San Francisco 49ers, all eyes are on Mykel Williams, the edge rusher who is facing intense scrutiny as he makes his return from injury. With his future and the team's defensive strategy hanging in the balance, fans are left wondering if Williams can rise to the occasion. Where are you watching from, and what do you think about Williams' potential this season? Let's dive into the details. Drafted 11th overall in the 2025 NFL Draft, Mykel Williams was initially seen as a reach. His rookie season did little to dispel that notion, as he struggled to make a significant impact on the field. While he showed promise against the run and managed a few solid snaps, most of his contributions came from simply occupying blockers, a skill that, while useful, doesn't exactly excite a fan base yearning for explosive plays. This lack of flash is particularly disappointing considering the resources the 49ers committed to him. As the season progressed, the coaching staff began shifting him inside during passing situations, leading to a more productive version of Williams. But just as he seemed to find his footing as a pass rusher, disaster struck. A torn ACL cut his season short, leaving him with limited production and a mountain of questions to answer as he enters his second year. With a new defensive coordinator in place, the uncertainty surrounding Williams looms larger than ever. In a recent redraft analysis, Williams emerged as the highest pick in the first round not selected, which speaks volumes about the skepticism surrounding his development. While that might seem overly harsh, it's a reflection of the reality that the 49ers are facing. If they don't see a significant improvement from Williams, the consequences could be dire. Despite the depth added to the edge rusher room, the team lacks the elite talent to seamlessly replace him. Cam Sample, for instance, doesn't offer any more than what Keon White or Sam Okwuegbunam bring to the table. He simply adds to the roster's depth. Meanwhile, Romello Height, who has potential, is an undersized rookie and may not withstand the rigors of a full NFL season. The stakes couldn't be higher. If Williams falters, the 49ers might find themselves relying on a rotation that could be chaotic and ineffective. However, the potential upside is equally compelling. If Williams can step up and pair effectively with Nick Bosa, assuming Bosa stays healthy, the 49ers could boast a formidable edge-rushing duo. They were tantalizingly close to securing home field advantage in the playoffs last season, even without the contributions of a healthy Williams. As the season unfolds, Williams' performance will be critical not just for his career, but for the 49ers' aspirations. With so much riding on his shoulders, fans are left to ponder. Will he rise to the challenge or fall short? Moving forward, the focus shifts to the 49ers' recent roster moves as they look to bolster their defensive capabilities even further. The decisions made in the coming weeks will be critical for shaping the team's identity this season. Stay tuned as we break down the latest developments.
As we delve deeper into the San Francisco 49ers offseason, the focus sharpens on the undrafted free agents and rookie talents vying for a spot on the roster. The stage is set at OTAs, where these players have a golden opportunity to prove their worth alongside established veterans. Which of these new faces could potentially make some noise and secure a coveted place in the lineup? Let's kick things off with Pauling, a name that's been floated around as a potential kick return and punt return option. Now, while his prior experience in this area may be minimal, the 49ers seem intrigued by his ability to handle the ball. It raises a critical question: where does he fit into the competition for return roles? With the right moves at OTAs, he could emerge as a dark horse candidate, showcasing the skills necessary to earn a spot in a vital area of special teams. Next up, we have Dinkins. He stands out as a player with perhaps the clearest path to making the roster simply due to the 49ers' tight end depth, or rather, the lack thereof. While it's true he might not bring much to the passing game, his blocking could be his ticket to staying on the team. Can he demonstrate that he can hold his own in this department during OTAs? If he proves to be a reliable blocker, he could provide significant value to the offense. Eason is another player generating buzz. Many anticipated his name would be called during the draft, but here he is, joining the 49ers as one of the most talked about undrafted free agents. With the defensive line not being the deepest, he has a real chance to make an impact. He needs to outshine Sebastian Valdez and Evan Anderson, both of whom are also former UDFAs, to secure his place on the roster, or at least on the practice squad. The competition is fierce, but Eason's pedigree gives him a noteworthy advantage. Thompson enters the fray as well, sharing the same position as Eason. The battle between these two will be fascinating to watch, especially considering they're competing against the likes of Valdez and Anderson. It's a litmus test for both, and while they start on even footing, the stakes couldn't be higher. Who will rise to the occasion and stake their claim? Now let's talk about Kamara, who caught the attention of many during Indiana's national championship run. College football fans are rooting for him, but he's stepping into a crowded edge rusher group. The question is, how will he measure up against established players like Cam Sample and Sam Okweanonu? If he can show that he belongs alongside them during OTAs, he might just carve out a niche for himself on the roster. Finally, we turn to Stroman, who finds himself in a safety room that presents a real opportunity. Behind names like Marquez Sigel, Jair Brown, and Malik Mustafa, the depth isn't as robust as it could be. Stroman's path to the roster hinges on his ability to contribute on special teams first and foremost. If he can prove his worth in that area, he could very well stick around and become a valuable asset to the team. As we continue to assess the potential of these undrafted free agents and rookies, it's clear that OTAs are critical for them to showcase their talents. The competition is fierce, and every rep counts. Who do you think has the best chance of making the roster? Leave your thoughts and where you're watching from in the comments below. Up next, we'll shift our focus to another exciting development in the 49ers offseason.
As we wrap up this discussion on the San Francisco 49ers, there are some intriguing storylines developing that could shape the team's trajectory as we move deeper into the offseason. With OTAs underway, these sessions may seem like mere formalities, but they are pivotal in setting the stage for the upcoming season. What can we glean from the early competition and the decisions being made during this critical time? One of the biggest narratives to watch is the left guard competition. While we may not find a definitive answer until training camp truly heats up, OTAs are revealing early insights into who might claim that coveted spot. The 49ers have 3 candidates who are certainly in the running, but who will rise to the occasion? Will Connor Colby's familiarity with the system give him the edge, or will a newcomer seize the moment and impress the coaching staff enough to take a shot with the first team? This is a situation where every rep counts, and the decisions made here could have significant ramifications down the line. Meanwhile, Trent Williams, the cornerstone of the offensive line, is back but likely not participating heavily during the offseason. This opens the door for the backup left tackle to step up and gain valuable experience with the first team. Will it be Vidarian Lowe, the free agent acquisition, or perhaps Enrique Cruz, the promising draft pick? Let's not forget about Austin Pleasance, who has some game experience from last season. It's a critical opportunity for these players, as they must demonstrate their readiness in case Williams is sidelined at any point during the season. On special teams, the narrative is just as compelling. Special teams coordinator Brant Boyer has stated that between 5 and 7 players will be vying for return jobs. This raises the question, how will the team determine the pecking order? Boyer pointed out that the kick returner may not necessarily be the same player handling punt returns. Fans should pay close attention to who stands out in these roles. Who's getting the longer looks for punts versus kicks? The dynamics here could play a crucial role in flipping the field and providing the offense with advantageous starting positions. The cornerback position is another area primed for scrutiny. The 49ers are bringing back their entire trio of starting cornerbacks from last year, but with a new defensive coordinator at the helm, there's a fresh energy. The addition of 3 new cornerbacks adds a layer of competition that could be beneficial. 2 of these newcomers have significant experience, and then there's rookie Ephesians Prysock, who seems to have the most upside. The question is whether these new additions can integrate seamlessly with the existing starters or if they'll shake up the depth chart. Lastly, the linebacker core is a point of intrigue. We know Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw are the undisputed leaders, but after them, it's a bit of a mystery. Names like Tatum Bethune, Luke Gifford, Garrett Wallow, Jaden Duggar, and Nick Martin are all in the mix, but the roles are far from defined. One or more of these players will likely find themselves on the outside, looking in when the final roster is set. It's crucial for them to make their mark during OTAs and training camp to secure a position on the first or second team. As we look ahead, there's a lot to be excited about regarding the San Francisco 49ers. The competition brewing across various positions amplifies the anticipation for the upcoming season. Every decision made during this offseason will have ripple effects that could determine the team's success on the field. Where are all you 49ers fans watching from? Let us know in the comments below. And don't hold back on sharing your thoughts about the team's offseason developments. Remember, your voice matters as we navigate through these thrilling times together. And if you want to keep up with all the latest news and analysis, be sure to subscribe. It's an exhilarating time to be a 49ers supporter, and we're just getting started.